Hello, world. This is B More once again with the Ramadan Reflections and the Gratitude 30 for 30. Um, so,
So today we are going to backtrack. Today I believe is the 11th day of Ramadan, and we missed a few days. We took a 5 to 6 day trip to get my son. We're going to combine a few days until we catch up, but we're still going to do our 30 reflections and 30 days of gratitude. So I'll start with June 1st, which was Thursday, but day 6 of Ramadan. My reflection, it was, people always say we always say treat people how you want to be treated, but really that's not how you should treat people. You should treat people how they want to be treated. Don't laugh because I messed up. You laughing at me?
no, I'm laughing because that's something I say all the time.
Yeah, so don't treat people how you want to be treated, because the way someone else wants to be treated is not the way you want to be treated. So on this day, I thought about that a lot. Just a lot of things happened that day at work, at home, that just made me really kind of reflect on behaving in a way that is extremely good, like having really great behavior and character, but treating people the way that they want to be treated as opposed to the way you want to be treated. And my gratitude for that day is that we work together. We work in the same building. That's actually how we met. And there's a room that's kind of like a multi-purpose room for like breastfeeding, prayer, napping. And so we can go in that room for 15-20 minutes and pray. And that's a big deal, because for one, I didn't know it was there for a long time, and then for two, a lot of people can't do that. People are getting fired or written up because, or just missing prayer, which is something that I used to do, and then trying to make it up. So having a place where you can actually reserve a room and pray is a really comforting feeling, and I'm extremely grateful for that. Also, every time I go, there's like several Muslims that have already gone to pray, and that's even comforting to know there's so many Muslims in that same building that are able to do the same thing and are able to get the mercy the same way that I am. So receiving that mercy. So that's my gratitude, or that was my gratitude for day 6.
Yeah, so for day 6, my reflection, I was thinking about how much did I really know about Ramadan, and I didn't know anything prior to my studies about Islam. So I feel that if I actually knew about Ramadan just randomly, that it would actually have piqued my interest in Islam. So I'm saying all that to say, spread the word to what this actually means, this time period, and it's not just exclusive to Muslims. I think that that's something that needs to be said, and knowledge that needs to be shared, that it's a month of mercy for all of mankind. So that rolls on to my gratitude. I'm in a position to where I speak to people about work. I'm a manager, so through that, I always try and take the opportunity to give them more than just statistics or what they need to work on, because I feel that as a leader, you're going to be held accountable for what you did with that time and what you were able to do beyond the scope of expectation. So I did start the discussion and asked my team about mercy and what it meant to them. I had a lot of interesting answers, and actually through that question, somebody did ask me about Islam. So I did get to let them know what this month means and what this time period is to all of mankind.
Nice. So that was your gratitude?
Yeah, that was my gratitude.
Okay.
That I was able to facilitate the discussion about what Ramadan means.
Okay, and so day 7 of Ramadan, which was Friday, June 2nd, we were on the road. So my reflection for the day was just, I was contemplating on Allah's mercy to the world by sending the Prophet. I did a lot of dhikr, a lot of durood, which is basically sending salam, sending peace and blessings on the Prophet on that day, and just like reflecting on, we pattern our lives after this man who was the most perfect man to walk the face of the earth, And if that alone is not enough to reflect on, then I don't know what is. So I took time, and that's something that I want to do more often, is just really reflect on his presence and what he was to us and will always be to us, which is a walking, talking, for one, Holy Quran, but just the representation of God. And so that was my reflection for that day. My gratitude was making it through the first week of Ramadan successfully. It's not easy. It's not for the weak-hearted. That actual day I didn't fast, because for the fasting person, or for the traveling person rather, fasting is not advised. So we didn't fast. We were on the road for almost 24 hours. But I was just grateful to have made it through that first week. It felt really good, and it felt like an accomplishment. So,
all right. Okay. So, my reflection for day 7.
How you should treat people. You should treat people how they want to be treated. Don't laugh because I messed up. You laughing at me?
No, I'm laughing because that's something I say all the time.
Yeah.
My reflection for day 7 was, as we were on the road, and we traveled, and that distracted me.
Oh. We tried.
Okay. Day 7. Day 7. I was thinking about how much time do we actually invest in our history and studying our history. On our road trip, we passed a lot of historical places for blacks, and it was fundamental in the marches and the long walk to freedom. So I didn't get the opportunity to visit. I really, as we passed by them, I felt as though I was cheating myself for not planning to go to these and making time to go to these places and planning that along my path to where I was going. So I was just reflecting on that, and if we do take the time to invest in our history, what would that do for our future?
I just want to say something in the middle of that. That's a really good point, especially as Muslims, because a lot of Muslims feel like once you accept Islam, whether if you were born Muslim or converted, you're supposed to then like remove that, your background and your race and your culture from Islam. And I don't believe that. I think that you can successfully mesh the two, because Islam does not strip you of who you are. It actually complements who you are. So I think that's a really good point to make.
Okay. So my gratitude. I was throughout that the trip. I took my little brother with me, and I rarely get time to spend with him. So that's why I chose to bring him on the road trip with me, because I think that if you go on a road trip with somebody, you actually get a lot of time to know who they are, because they'll expose themselves in that short period of time and in that closed space. So it was good to actually spend time with him, and he's quite a bit younger than me. He's 20 years younger than me. So you do the math, but you can't, because you don't know. But
What?
yeah,
Are you threatening our viewers?
I'm just saying they don't know how old I am, so they don't know.
I can tell them how old your brother is.
Chill out. So just being able to spend time with him and get to know him a little bit better was I'm very grateful for that opportunity. Very grateful.
So as always, remember to subscribe, like, and share our videos, and never forget, and always remember to be more today
Than you were yesterday.
You had struggle fingers just
Struggle, man.
they were creeping up.